Hey guys, I'm Wei Jie from Team Resh here. Currently, I'm a trainer at the Fresh Investors Club, helping investors with four-figure portfolios to grow their portfolios to 5 figures. And in this video, I want to share with you the greatest mistakes that I made in 2020 so that you can learn from my mistakes and improve your investment results to get the kind of lifestyle that you want to achieve from 2021 onwards. So without further ado, let me share my slides. So this is something that I always believe in. You never lose. You always learn. So whatever mistakes that I have made in 2020, I always journal it down and reflect upon it. Like, how could I have done better? And by reflecting upon it, I actually have a realization that actually some of the mistakes that I've done is actually because of emotions. And when I realized that, I have been able to manage my emotions better and get the investment results that I always desire. First up, it is the Amazon mistake. I actually lost USD 3,000 in 15 days. This was a trade that I did in May 2020. Sorry, it's not May 2020, it's July 2020. And it was a short-term contract that expires in January 2021 with a strike of 4,500. So let's go to the slides. The charts. So in this chart, I actually entered here on the red day. It was 14th of July 2020, and I did this trade with a portfolio size that I could not handle. So actually, I didn't really portfolio size. It exceeded my portfolio size by a lot because back then my portfolio was only around 40,000 to 50,000 range, and having Amazon position, which is around 8 to 9K, is already out of my intended position size. So I have to do something. I have to do out of the money at a strike price that has very low delta. Although it met the OI requirements, but the delta was less than 0.3. And it was a mistake that I did that eventually when the price went down and eventually go up, it didn't recover. The options contract lost value because of the low delta. So when I went to consult my options mentor, Pete, he actually told me that you have to have a healthy dose of delta, at least 0.3 or 0.4 and above, for the option to recover properly. And that is something that I realized late. And of course, because it was a short-term contract that expires in January 2021, it exposes me to a lot of short-term volatility, risks that I could not handle. And it got to me, the emotions, the fear. And I actually sold this position at a 30% loss based on fear. I want to cut my loss because I'm afraid of catching a falling knife. And the second one is my NVIDIA mistake. I actually lost USD 2,000 in 7 days. This time faster. So let's go to the charts. So back then, during COVID crash in March, where it was slowly recovering in April, and my portfolio back then was only around $30,000 USD. So we were discussing about this possible opportunity called NVIDIA, and to us is next level income. And because back then I was feeling FOMO, fear of missing out on the opportunity. So actually I went to do an options contract that is also very short term. And not to say short term, I actually chased the highs. So you can see this is my point of entry. It was 20th of May, 2020. And when I entered the contract, when I entered this position, I was very happy, but only to see 7 days later, it plunged on this date. Because I didn't have the conviction to hold this position, and it was a position that is out of my portfolio size. It was at a 50% loss in 7 days. As such, I follow the rules, I cut it. And imagine if I didn't cut this position. This is the potential upside that I could have enjoyed. So what are the biggest lessons that we can learn from my Amazon trade and NVIDIA trade? First of all, the big money is always in the long term. As investors, we always have to take care of our own long-term investment first before you even touch short-term. Because in the short term, there will always be volatility. Prices can go up and go down the next day. Are you able to handle it? And by going long term, I know that if I invest in a great company at a great price, in the long term, when this company can grow, this company can scale, this company can innovate. That is actually how I can double or triple or even 10x my investment returns by just investing in the long term. Second lesson that I learned is portfolio sizing. So back then, when my portfolio is still very small, around 20K, 30K, 40K, a typical position would be like 5% of it or 10% of it. And that couldn't afford trades like Amazon and NVIDIA because their option prices are pretty expensive. So if today, if I am facing an opportunity that is very huge, and let's say I only have 10K today, but this opportunity will cost me 10K. Two, who I enter it? I would say no, because if the opportunity is a failure and you lose 100% of your investment, which is 10K, are you able to recover from it? Most likely not. And that is the power of portfolio sizing. So no matter how big, how huge, or how juicy this opportunity is, if you can't afford it, skip it. There are always better opportunities in the market that suits your portfolio size. And the third thing I learned is follow the rules. So this is something that I observe in very successful investors. They always follow their own trading or investing rules. And if it doesn't fit their rules, they will just skip it. They run investing like a business, not even close to a hobby. And that is how they actually get consistent revenue day over day, month over month, and year over year. So what do you mean by follow the rules? So let's say if I buy a long-term call and it says that I should keep my IV under 50%, and I should keep my OI above 300. And I should do this and I should do that. I should cut loss at 50%. These are the rules that you have to follow. And when I see investors follow these rules closely, they actually generate better returns than most other investors. So these are the 3 lessons that I learned from the Amazon and NVIDIA trade. I hope that by sharing my biggest mistakes, you who is watching can also benefit from it and improve your own investment results. So currently, like I say, I'm a trainer at the Fresh Investors Club. If you are interested to learn with me, Kay, and Jet, we are always welcome you. I will leave the link in the video below, so you can click on it and sign up. Else, wait till my next video and always invest safely. Thank you for watching this video.